that camera in there. Here's another real bad spot. We want to take that out, see what we got behind there. Why is it cracking? Why did it bubble? It's not perfect in here. Not saying it wasn't like that from the factory. So we're going to grind this out and see what's there. We're looking for all the bad spots to see what we got to work with. Then once we get all that cleaned up, we can keep going on the body. So we're going to clean this one up and see what we got under here. Evidently the metal was broke or it had a weak spot in it. They went back and they brazed it all in, but they didn't seal it. See those pinholes? See the rust under there? We're going to sandblast that out nice, get rid of that rust, and we'll seal it back with body putty. And you had a little bit of surface rust here. The body putty was holding here. When you got this many little cracks and bends in it, the body putty isn't going to hold. It's going to be a void underneath there. There's no way you're going to get that putty in there perfect so it holds. So we got to really clean this up nice and make it look good, get all that rust out. And then when we put our putty back in here and get this back where it should be, it'll never crack. It'll be good again. So we found that issue. Now we got to move around. Well, this here is just a dent. We're going to take this back a little bit and see what we got under here. Okay, so that was definitely a dent, a little bit of surface rust. Again, they didn't sandblast that or anything underneath there. Putty cracked, just what happened. I'm sure that's what we're going to find under these ones here. As there was surface rust, they just primed it and left it forward. Primed it, got it cleaned up nice. Well, surface rust, it came through. That's going to happen, that's all there is to it. You got to clean it, get everything out of there. Now there's stuff out there that really seals rust. Doesn't let rust go out anymore. It won't let it expand. It won't come back through. Back in the day when this thing was redone, who knows when it was done. I mean, somebody evidently did paint this. It was almost the same color red at one time. But you just didn't have the products that are out there today. Just like building a house. Every day something new is out there. So we just got to bring them all back. Another bad spot here. We're going to crank this down right down to the bare. Just a lot of sanding and stuff. That one there was just, we didn't grind it enough. The putty wasn't holding. There's no rust, nothing underneath there. It was perfect. Just wasn't ground down enough where the putty would hold on to it. That's all there was to it. Otherwise it's clean. And they're just trying to smooth it out and make it look good. They had a sunroof in here. We haven't decided if we're going to put a sunroof back in yet or not. It'll be hours and hours of just grinding, sanding, cleaning up. I'm going to move around to the front here. I noticed a couple spots over here. We're going to see what's going on there. You can see this was a clear coat paint, base clear. And the clear didn't adhere to it. That's why you see this line. That's all the clear coat peeling off. You see that in brand new cars too. It's just force fed and that's the way it happens. There's a couple little spots up here we're going to check out and see what's underneath. That bottom line was just rust. At one time or another, they tried putting mirrors through here. You can see some holes in there. So they had something drilled out and holes in there. I don't know if it was factory or not. Maybe the mirrors are mounted like that. We're going to put a little fancier mirror on here, so we're not worried about that. We're actually going to seal these up, grind them down, get them clean. Here's another spot that's high. something hiding under that. We got to get rid of this rough spot in here. That's kind of what we're looking for, is all the bad spots to get them fixed. See what's underneath there. See how far we gotta go. Well, we found the bad spots, the really bad spots. Now it's just going to be DAing it and taking it back and find out where the putty is and see little parts of the paint that just didn't stick and just bubbled and popped. It's going to be all taken down. They had this part here actually built way too high. That's why it looks so ripply. God, I've knocked over 1/2 inch off this. It's a heck of a lot closer than what it would be. We just got to finish knocking it back and making sure that we can there's nothing underneath this putty, because some of it's got rust that have popped underneath, and that's why it's popping. Like this dent here, they completely missed that dent. There's a dent and they missed it. But here they had it just built way too high. That's why it looks so ripply in here. This part here isn't bad. This part's just way too high. They must not have painted this in a shop because there's dirt and stuff here. This part here was actually too high too. We'll actually knock some more of that off when we use the inline sander to get that cleaned down. There's a dent in here. And I don't understand why they didn't get behind it and just take it out some more. Because if they got that dent out, this putty would be almost paper thin here. And it was probably over 1/2 inch thick here. And you would have chipped this out a little bit. You could put just a thin layer in here to clean it. We'll show you to do that down the road. The big thing is, I think we got the structural strength and stuff that we wanted. We wanted to know why it was cracking, why it popped here and there. That's all good news. The back doors, you can see in here, this is virtually, bottom line was they didn't take all the rust out. And I don't have a screwdriver handy, but I can actually pop this putty right off. There's rust underneath it. They didn't clean it up right. You got some spots in here like that too. We're gonna teach you how to pop these glasses out. The easiest way to do it. Those got to come out. This door needs some work. There's lots of work. We're done. It's gonna be nice. We found out you can still buy these seals, so that was huge. Because instead of taking them off and doing it right, they just spray it over the top. Well, it's rubber. Paint's gonna bust. And it's light. We'll have to pull that off. So we're going to keep going and keep showing you what we think is right. We're not perfect, but we try like heck. Anybody can do this. Anybody can put your mind to it. You can do anything you want. I've always said that to both my boys. And that's why we're here today. We're trying to help people and maybe show people something and have a little fun at the same time. That's what it's about. See you next episode, folks. Thanks.